The day 119, the poet speaks about the ignorance and the downfall that is caused due to the ignorance. What happens to the wisdom when ignorance is empowered? And what we are supposed to do at every point of time in case if there are no proper checks at proper intervals, then what will happen to the self is the question. So the poetic way is avedhya gune manava umajena brahme chukale hidate akalena परीक्षे विनो भान्ति लोधूडनानि परिसत्यमिथ्या असेको न जाने परि सत्या मिथ्या asem ko na jane is an interrogation here. He says, if we don't check periodically about the truth and the false, if we don't examine the things that are happening, then how do we know if we are in the right path or not? How do we know we have chosen the right thing or not? In Kata, it has said, Shreyas and Preyas. That which I like, that which uplifts me. As the other thing goes, priorities and preferences. If I don't check, basically I run behind my preferences, forgetting the priorities. If a student forgets the date of his examination, then goes by preferences, he says, okay, if not this year, next year I will take up the entrance and I will come out successful. Why not this year is the question. 1 year in the sense 365 days. Why to lose? No, I'm not losing, sir. I'm preparing. What did you do this year? No, I was preparing for this exam. When 40, 50, 60,000 people are preparing for both simultaneously, why can't I? That question we don't get. Why? As I said, preferences. I like to enjoy certain things with the support of, and I go on enjoying the physical pleasures, and I postpone my studies. Parents also play an important role. Even parents should say, okay, this year you focus, you did not help me, I will take care, I will manage. Both the ends. Only when two hands come together, there is noise, there is a clap. Anything. A clap or a noise, both are, a sound is created. So here, avidya gune manava umajena. You see, we are not in a position to comprehend the ultimate truth. Umajena means not in a position to comprehend. Manava, we, Manava umajena avidya gune. So we are not in a position to comprehend that subtle thing which is in us and which is all around because of avidya, due to ignorance. So, ignorance is so powerful that we are not in a position to dive within, or we are not in a position to go to the cosmic level. The ignorance has clouded our intellect, my dear friends. As the clouds cover the sun, similar ignorance has clouded our intellect. And with the clouding of the intellect by ignorance, the wisdom's light is dim. It has gone down. The wisdom has gone. Okay. Then what happened? Brahme chukale hitate akalena. Then, with that dimmed wisdom, we are in a state of delusion and confusion. Brahme, delusion. Then, what happens with that? Chukale hitate. Then, in that delusion, we forget the welfare and commit mistakes. Because we understand not the welfare. Akalena means not in a position to understand. Hita means the welfare, the good. And what we do? Chukale, mistakes. So, because of this dimmed light on wisdom, we are strayed from the path of wisdom. The wisdom is gone. And in the process, the search for the freedom has been passed. The search should never go off. Therefore, we should say there should be a guru next to us. Whenever we idle, then he says, "Hey, get up. Hey, chalo." As we do the Greek parikrama in Thiruvannamalai with children, he says, "Here itself, 10 steps over. You see that corner? Over. You see that coffee shop? Over. You see that sugarcane juice? Like that, we encourage the children, showing the next step, next step, next step, and 14 kilometers are done just like that. Guru is required, or else we forget our goal because of our own ignorance. And next, Parikshe vina bandile dhudanale. He says, in case if there are no examinations, just imagine right from kindergarten till your graduation, there are no examinations. What happens? I tell you, 90% of the students, they take it for granted and they don't study their portions on a day-to-day basis. In spite of having periodical examinations, weekly assessments, FAs, essays, or first test, second test, midterm, third test, fourth test, final examination, or 2, 3, 4 runs of preparatories during public. With all this, we are not equipped, we are not sharp enough, we are not studying proper. And imagine if there are no examinations, what will happen? I tell you, we have in the academical system, we have weekly tests every Wednesdays or every Thursdays or every Saturdays, weekly ones. And at the end of every chapter, one test, lesson test, whatever we call it as. But here, every day is a test, every moment is a test. Uttishtata, Jagratha, Prapya, you know that how it echoes. Every second we should rise. If we don't examine what happens, Bhandale Dhudanali. Just imagine in the current situation, you are traveling and you give a 2000 rupee note, and a person gives a change for that 2000 rupees note. And if you don't check the note, what he has given then and there, and imagine if it is a counterfeit note, or if it is stolen, or if it is written or scribbled, then you are at loss and will not be in a position to exchange that again. Or else you have to go to the RBI, give an application form. You know the whole process, how tough it is. You are walking on a seashore, you see something glittering, and without checking, just take that and put it in your pocket without checking what it is. And what happens? You may come home and see that it is not a silver coin, as you thought, shining, but it is a seashell. In current situation, even the what do you call soft drinks caps come like that glittery tin piece. So checking is very very essential. Therefore, in the last line, he says, Pari Satya Mithya Ase Ko Na Jane. In case if you don't check, then and there, then you will not know if it is true or false, if it is right or wrong, if it is good or bad, if it is Satya or Asatya. And after walking eons and eons of kilometers, then you realize, oh, Ray, I am walking in the wrong direction. Then to come back, you will come back definitely, but it is tough. You have wasted so much of time. Now, if you think, all my friends are taking up the NEET and other examination, even I should have taken. Oh, all my friends have joined engineering, medical, law in Agarbhave National School of Law. I should have prepared. What is the use? That should have been done from last April. Every moment we should check. We should check. Every day, okay, this is 10th. Every day we should say, oh, I am doing my CE and BCom together. Then how I should study? How many hours? Make a year plan. One person was asking me, in case if you have to talk to one person, do you do your planning? I said, even if I have to talk to my own self, I do my planning. There is a question of talking to some others. Planning is required. And then work out your plan. After planning your work, you should work out, or else every day you'll be doing the same thing. Some people they work out, they put it on pen and paper, but implementation lacks. Again, Adi Dhaivika, Adi Bhutika, Adhyatmika, different disturbances. Therefore, we say Sahana Bhavatu, you know that. Or else it is tough, my dear friends. Time lost cannot be gained. So be alert, be vigilant. Every now and then keep checking if you are walking in the right direction. If is this the path that you want? Be alert till we meet next. Thanks for being with.